Hey Tony, it's Thursday, and as you can see, I'm not in my usual spot. Instead, we are actually house sitting, so we're out of town today. We're watching the dogs and the cat, who might make an appearance later, but I'm sure you can hear them clopping around. So first off, to answer your question, Tony, my Memorial Day weekend was filled with about three things: video games, Star Wars, and Dungeons and Dragons. In some cases, all three of the same. Or, in some cases, multiples of the same. So, it was actually a pretty fun weekend. It was kind of a nice break from everything, even though I hadn't really done much. It was nice to just kind of hang out with some friends, play some games. It was enjoyable. But that does lead me to today's video. And that is, first off, say hi to the puppers. There's Gracie right there. Gracie. Say hi to Gracie. And right there is Sasha and Rocky. Rocky is the cat, Sasha's the golden retriever, and they're playing with each other because they like each other, I think. Or something. But no, so what I'm going to talk about this week is about my experiences playing, for the first time ever, a magic user in D&D. Now, you might or might not know, Tony, I don't like magic users. I don't like sorcerers, I don't like wizards, I don't like anything arcane. But to challenge myself, I decided to make a spell sword, which in 5e is called an Eldritch Knight. Basically, they are fighters who can use magic, which is kind of neat. Now, I'm not as good at either thing, but I can do both things, which is kind of neat, because you don't see that very often. I was playing Oblivion the other day, which is the old Elder Scrolls game before Skyrim. And the character I have currently in there is, you guessed it, a spell sword. I've been playing that. I made that character, probably 2 months ago? I haven't played much Oblivion in that 2 months, but it exists. So I wanted to try it out. Now, first I wanted to actually play a Nightblade, or a magic assassin. But the DM was basically like, the party is a good party, so don't do that. So I didn't. So I ended up changing it up and said oh, could I maybe go as a spell sword? And that was when he directed me to the Eldritch Knight, which was really neat. My first impressions of 5e, because I've never played 5e before. Everything I've played has been 3.5, Star Wars, or once or twice I played 4.0, which I hated. I mean, some people might say they like 4.0. I couldn't stand it. Combat took too long. It turned into World of Warcraft on paper, and I'm not into that. But 5e is really nice. As much as I am a 3.5 purist, I think I'm starting to change my stripes. As soon as I got over the fact that everything was different, I was like, oh my god, this is so much simpler. This is a great system to teach new people on. This is a great system in its own. Because it takes all of the fun little character things you had in 3.5, and it also includes kind of the simplicity that 4.0 had. Because 4.0, you only had, you had your powers, but otherwise you were able to do basically whatever you wanted. And I think Sasha is sneezing and scratching her nose right now. It's kind of cute. But 5e, I really like it. It's one, now I've been kind of considering, now as you know, Tony, I'm running a Star Wars game. And it's going really well, but the moment that we decide to not play Star Wars, I think I might run a 5e game, because I really like it, and fantasy is fun. I love my sci-fi, but I've been doing sci-fi exclusively for 2 years now.
Yeah, it's been, the last time you did anything outside of the sci-fi, minus Game of Thrones, because I don't count that.
Yeah, well, Game of Thrones is its own special case.
That was really fun.
And that was a year ago now.
I know, I missed that campaign.
That was fun.
But anyway, aside from Game of Thrones, the last time you ran anything was, your Pathfinder game, which was,
2 years. Almost 3 years ago. I mean, we've been out here for almost 2 years. On July 14th, it'll be 2 years.
July 26th.
July 26th was that late. Well, still, we are.
It was your mom's birthday, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was, because Mom had to drive back on her birthday.
Yes.
So we have been out here for 2 years now, which is kind of weird to think. I mean, Massachusetts has certainly become our home, but it's still kind of weird to think that we've equal parts only been here for 2 years. At the same point, we've been here for 2 years already, which is kind of exciting. But we'll kind of see how it goes. Okay, Tony, your question for this week is, what was your best experience in your D&D game? Because I know for sure one of my favorite experiences was back in Toledo when Taylor and I were in our friend Jeremy's Pathfinder game,
Oh god.
in which my character died and met the devil, and Taylor's character used a magic item and basically turned into the Hulk. And when I basically awoke from being dead, Taylor's character was basically there. She was a cat person who was just kind of there and just like, she was in like the torn scraps of her clothing. And so what happened is like, I came out and said, I met the devil. And she was like, I turned into a Hulk. And we started like arguing into like what was crazier. And so my character just slapped hers and almost killed her.
Because I had like less than a couple HP.
Yeah, I think you did only.
I had 2 HP left.
Yeah, you only had con left, I think.
Or it was 2 con left, whatever.
Like, you were almost dead.
Yeah.
And I slapped her and almost killed her character. But
It was also the session where the 2 of us were the only 2 to show up.
Basically, this was a session where our friend had a boss that was meant for 5 people. And he was like, nah, the 2 of you can take it. We damn near died. I died. Taylor's character almost died, but we still somehow did it. But that's my favorite memory just because just how funny it was when my character awoke from the dead and when Taylor's character had hulked out. So that's my favorite memory. So Tony, tell me yours, and I will see you on Tuesday. Later, bro.